Hey, this is Rachel. That's Matt. Welcome back to our Fireside chat. We missed last week because we were actually super busy getting lots of updates, and we have a lot of updates for you. So stay tuned because we're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff right now. So the first big thing, we finally got some Hobie seats in. We're actually sitting in some Outback seats that just came in the other day. Not many people know you can actually use these as beach chairs. They have little legs that pop out. Super comfy. I just cranked the lumbar support on mine to make it through this video. But so we have these seats. We have seats for the Outbacks that I think all of them were special ordered. So now we'll be calling customers. So you've already been notified. Still one? Okay. Yeah. And then we got seats for the Compass Duos that we got. So we've got 2 of those in papaya that I think are still available. And we're still waiting on seats for all the Revolutions, the Oasis, all Pro Anglers, both 180 and 360s. Still waiting for all those boxes. So we're hoping we'll start seeing stuff soon, and they've picked up production, but pretty exciting that we've at least gotten some kayaks and we've got seats, full kayaks altogether. That being said, some other new awesome stuff that came in from Hobie. We got the new Lynx in. I don't know if you guys saw the video or the email that we sent out that had the video for the all new Hobie Lynx. I got to try it out. It's pretty awesome. It's going to be my new favorite.
And light. It's very light.
So light, 45 pounds without the seat in the drive. Lightest pedal kayak on the market, and it's super stable and just really fun to pedal around. It's got a really short turning radius. So the other thing is we have the new iEclipse. So this is the inflatable Eclipse, their pedal board. It's pretty fun. It's also super lightweight, and I think we got 4 of them in. 1 was pre-sold, so we got 3 more that are still available. And if anyone wants to come check it out, it's right here on the floor now. So that kind of goes over everything with Hobie. The other thing we have going on, Matt?
We got some other things going on. So Consignment, I know that we talked about last time that we open up Consignment all year round for people. We have received 5 boats as of right now, of which we've already sold 3 of them. And we sold those 3 really probably within 3 to 4 days we've sold them. Since we have received them. So again, if you guys have kayaks that you're not using and they're either in like new or lightly used condition, please email us and we're more than happy to take a look at it and see if it's something that we can sell. And while we have the customers in front of us, I think that it's a great opportunity that if you want to lighten your load, then
yeah, if you're not using it, there's definitely someone who wants to be.
There's somebody that wants it. So Werner, I do have a Werner order that I will be editing today actually for mid-July. That's going to have a lot of fiberglass paddles on there. It's going to have some of their lower end stuff, Skagit FGs, Skagit CFs.
Well, no Skagit CFs.
Those will be back ordered, but those will ultimately be coming in part of that order just a little bit later down the line. And then I will be bringing in, because there is some limitation on the Werner Caliste for folks that really like carbon paddles. I'm probably going to be switching some of my fiberglass Kamanos over to the carbon Kamano, which is a non-foam filled blade, but is a full carbon fiber blade that Werner sells. And I want to say the price around that is right around $370.
$370, $375, something like that.
Somewhere around that. So we'll be getting some Werner product in for those of you who really like that stuff. Next is going to be Old Town. We actually do have a ship date from Old Town now, or at least a load date. Load date sometimes can be different from the ship date. But that June 18th due date for our order, it looks like they're going to be loading on June 30th, which is only a couple days away. I think that's Wednesday.
That's Wednesday, yeah, which is like, right? I keep thinking, oh, June 30th, so far in the future, and it is really just Wednesday.
It's almost July.
Yeah,
right?
So, which is crazy. So
yeah, so we're gonna have some stuff coming in on that. We're gonna have some ocean kayaks sit on tops from some folks that have special ordered those. We're also gonna have some fishing kayaks. We do have some fishing kayaks available still that are on that order. Some Sportsman 106s, I think Sportsman 120. Actually, no, not 106. Take that back. Sportsman 120s are gonna be on there. Some Big Water 132 PDLs. And I think some autopilots. There's a couple autopilots that might show up on that order as well. So we're going to be getting a couple kayaks, and again, that's going to auto-populate onto our website as soon as we actually receive all that product. So you will see that reflected of what inventory that we do have, and we will be starting to make phone calls to folks once those boats arrive, and to let you know that your order has arrived in our possession. So
That's
that's kind of the update on kayaks right now.
Really big, heavy truck. I do not want to unload that one. It's going to be a lot of heavy stuff.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, probably. So, the other stuff we have going on, roof racks. It's still not good. It's definitely, we are starting to get in more base rack parts. We actually just got some in from Yakima with towers and bars. We're starting to see some stuff coming in from Thule. I think we got probably like 8 bars one day this past week. We got the rapid crossroad back in for anyone who has a raised rail setup on their car. We potentially have an option for you. But everything else is not looking good. Hullport XTs from Thule, that's their folding J cradle. Those are probably going to be at least another 30 to 45 days out. It's really been really rough. I haven't seen any shipment of any water sports carriers from Yakima at all since like February, probably is the last time we got anything in from them. And that's going to include J-Los, deckhands, hand rolls, sweet rolls, the Big Catch, the fishing kayak one, which is a great carrier, and we just can't.
It's impossible to get.
It's impossible to get. And I actually went online and I just started to see if I could find a J-Lo anywhere on the internet, anywhere. And I couldn't find anything. So I would say they're having a really tough time with production. I did meet with the national sales manager for Yakima a couple weeks ago at a trade show, and he basically told me that Yakima has 47,000 J-Los that have been ordered through them, whether it's probably mostly dealers, and I don't think that would include any like consumer product necessarily because they don't have anything to sell to consumers. 47,000 of them on order, and they only get about 1,000 of them every 2 weeks. So they're hoping to get 2,000 of them every 2 weeks, but that's still a really long backlog that's going to take a really long time to fix.
So what do we have in stock right now? I mean, do we have anything? Like any carriers in stock?
We just got in some Thule Hullaports. That's the regular Hullaport.
Which how many of those do you have?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to call everyone who has a Hullaport XT first, give them first crack at that if you guys want to switch to that instead, because we know it's going to be a while on the Hullaport XTs. We want to make sure people can get their boats home because
that makes sense. You
should be out paddling right now. It's going to be a hot week and you should be on the water. That's going to be the best place to be. The other news that we have for Thule is we're so desperate to get you something that we actually went and bought out an older dealer that was getting out of the roof rack business, and we just bought everything that they have. Like literally just filled up a truck with all the stuff that they had. So that did include some the Thule Gliding set, which predates the Thule Dock Glide. It's actually a great little, that's a flat carrier with the pads in the back and then rubber cradles in the front. So we have a couple of those. We got a Thule Slipstream. We actually got some bike racks. We have some hitch-mounted bike racks that we have been putting together and piecing together parts. Everything's going to be out of box. You know, we're kind of putting it all together, but as a result, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper for you, and we'll have those available to see on the showroom floor. But that's really how desperate we are. We're like, let's get people something and find it wherever we possibly can. So we did. Other news as far as things that are taking a really long time, seal spray skirts. Last time I spoke to Brenda, she told me 12 to 14 weeks. So if we order something now, it's not coming for at least 3 months.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like end of September, October, like, you know, we're trying to do what we can, but they are just completely flat out. They do everything here in New York State, and they do a great job. And those poor people are they sound quite frazzled and fried from probably their busiest year ever. And I don't even know how many years they've been in business, 20, 30, 40, something like that. They've been in business for a long time, and this is probably their biggest year they've ever had, but as a result, they're also super stressed. So that's kind of where things stand as far as like how long it's going to take to get some stuff. We're kind of a bit fried, I would say, ourselves, and we're feeling like, oh my God, it's still just technically the beginning of the season, and it already feels like it should be October.
I would say one thing, that some kayak manufacturers seem to actually be gaining a little bit of ground.
Gaining ground, yeah.
It's not a lot. They're not losing any ground at this point. They're now either holding steady or they're actually gaining a little bit.
Making a little bit of progress.
Which is a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you've already even started to place pre-seasons for next year. I mean, that's how ahead of time we order stuff. Like, just so people know, because I think people think that we order it and it comes a week later. Like, we
I-
order it now
yeah.
for next year.
I placed orders for the fall kayak orders. I placed those orders in February, January.
Yeah, and
So-
then we've now placed our next year's spring orders now. So, you know, we're trying to stay on top of it. We're not really sure as far as like forecasting goes if this is going to be another crazy year next year or if it's going to slow down, but our goal is to stay in business and be here and sell you guys kayaks and paddleboards, that too. So so make sure you guys tune in next week, subscribe, hit that button down there, and we'll see you next week. Make sure you like, comment, share this video, let other people know what's going on. You know, we again want to be as transparent as possible, so we want everyone to know. So thanks, guys.
See ya.